Welcome to the Cenario Podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. You know, we love to go deep on topics that will really help you level up your health, and today we're talking all about your circadian rhythm. And to help us out with this deep dive, we have an expert guest with us.
Hi. Glad to be here.
I think a lot of people hear circadian rhythm and just think, okay, yeah, my sleep-wake cycle. But it's really so much bigger than that, right?
It is. It really is the foundation for so much.
So let's start there. What exactly is circadian rhythm in simple terms? Because I think there can be some confusion.
Yeah, it's almost like you could think of it as your body's internal clock, kind of like this master conductor that keeps all your bodily processes in sync.
Okay, so it's not just about when we sleep, it's impacting a bunch of different systems.
Exactly. And it works on this roughly 24-hour cycle.
24-hour cycle.
Well,
Got it. So what's setting this clock then? What are the cues?
well, the big one, the conductor's baton, so to speak, is light.
Light, like sunlight.
Exactly. Sunlight, but really any light.
Okay, so our bodies are paying attention even if we don't realize it.
Right. There's this tiny but super important part of your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
I know, right? The SCN for short. And the SCN is basically mission control for your circadian rhythm.
So it's taking in information about light and then...
And then it uses those light signals to tell the rest of your body what to do, like when to release certain hormones like melatonin, which is the one that makes you feel sleepy.
Okay, so that's why we always hear about not using our phones or computers before bed.
You got it. That blue light they emit, it's basically telling your SCN, hey, it's still daytime. No need for melatonin.
Oh, and so then we have trouble falling asleep, or our sleep isn't as restful.
Exactly. And it's not just about feeling tired. Either messing with your circadian rhythm can actually have some bigger consequences for your health.
Wow, so we're talking more than just feeling groggy. What kind of consequences?
Well, if your circadian rhythm is consistently disrupted over time, it increases your risk for a lot of different health issues.
Like what specifically?
Things like mood disorders, we're talking depression, anxiety even. And then problems with your metabolism, weight management, a weakened immune system.
Wow. I knew sleep was important, but I had no idea it was so deeply connected to all of that.
It is. And, it kind of goes back to that conductor analogy. It's like you
Yeah.
think you're just changing one instrument in the orchestra, but really you're throwing off the entire symphony.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of things have to work together. So let's talk about solutions then. What can we actually do to get this rhythm back on track so we can avoid those problems and start feeling better?
Yeah, so the good news is a lot of it comes down to simple, consistent habits.
Simple and consistent. Okay. I like the sound of that already. So we're not talking about some crazy restrictive routine.
No, not at all. It's really about working with your body's natural tendencies instead of against them.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm all for making things easier.
And probably the most important thing is a consistent sleep schedule.
You mean like going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends?
That's it. Sounds simple, but honestly, it's one of the most powerful things you can do to reset your internal clock. It's like giving your body a clear roadmap to follow.
All right. I can definitely try to be more consistent there. I'm not always the best about that, especially on weekends. But what else can we do to like really boost our energy and get rid of that afternoon slump? I know I definitely struggle with that.
Well, remember how we were talking about light being that conductor's baton?
Yeah.
Getting some sunlight first thing in the morning is huge for setting your circadian rhythm, right?
Okay, so like open the blinds right away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It basically signals to your SCN that, hey, it's time to wake up, suppress that melatonin production. And it's a natural energy boost, too.
So I need to become a morning person. Is that what you're saying? No more hidden snooze.
You don't have to become a full-blown morning person, but
Yeah.
even just a few minutes of that morning sunlight can make a big difference.
A few minutes. Okay, that's doable.
Take your dog for a walk, have your breakfast by a window, find what works for you.
I can commit to that. What about, we talked about the blue light at night. I know that can be a problem.
Yeah, that's a big one, especially these days with all the screens we're surrounded by.
So like no phones in bed, is that realistic?
Ideally, you want to minimize screen time for at least an hour before bed, but I know that's not always possible. So if you are using screens at night, try using the night mode settings.
Yeah, that helps reduce the blue light, right?
Right, and you can also get blue light blocking glasses.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
And another thing that might surprise you is switching to warmer lighting in the evening.
Oh, okay, interesting. So like, Instead of those bright overhead lights.
Exactly. Something a little softer and warmer can actually help signal to your body that it's time to start winding down.
I like that idea. It sounds very cozy. Okay, so we've got consistent sleep schedule, morning sunlight, minimizing blue light at night, and switching to those warmer lights. Anything else?
Well, what about things like caffeine and alcohol?
Yeah, yeah. I've always thought a glass of wine before bed helped me sleep.
It might make you feel drowsy at first, but it actually disrupts your sleep cycles later in the night.
Really?
Yeah, so you end up feeling less rested overall.
Huh. I had no idea.
And with caffeine, I mean, you probably already know it's a stimulant.
Yeah.
So limiting your intake in the afternoon is going to be best for your sleep.
Okay, so no more afternoon coffee for me.
Probably a good idea. And then another thing that's really important is regular exercise.
So hitting the gym, going for a run, all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
Yeah, any kind of movement is going to be beneficial. Find something you enjoy and can stick to consistently.
Okay, got to move our bodies, but not too close to bedtime.
Right, exactly. Because, like, with screens, intense workouts too close to bedtime can actually make it harder to fall asleep.
Early afternoon is better.
Yeah, early afternoon tends to be the sweet spot.
Okay, so we've covered a lot here. Consistent sleep schedule, morning sunlight, minimizing blue light evening routine, watching what we eat and drink, and exercising regularly.
Mm-hmm.
What if we're doing all of that, though, and still having trouble? Are there other things we can try?
Absolutely. There are some more advanced strategies we can talk about.
Okay, let's dive in. Tell me more.
There are, like, have you heard of chronotypes?
Chronotypes, is that like a...
It's basically about everyone having this natural preference for when they feel most alert and when they feel most sleepy.
Oh, okay, so like morning people versus night owls.
Exactly. And those preferences are called chronotypes. You know, you've got your larks who naturally wake up early and feel most energetic in the morning.
Early birds get the worm and all that.
Right. And then you've got the owls, the night owls, who thrive later in the day and really struggle to wake up early. And then there are the hummingbirds, somewhere in between.
So if you're a night owl and you're trying to force yourself to be a morning person, you're probably not going to be very successful.
Probably not. It's much easier to work with your natural tendencies than against them.
So how do we figure out our chronotype?
You can try tracking your sleep for a week without an alarm clock and see when you naturally wake up and feel most alert.
Okay, I can do that. And then what about nutrition? Does that play a role in our circadian rhythm too?
It does. Just like with your sleep schedule, consistency is key when it comes to your meal times.
So regular meal times.
Yep. Try to eat around the same time each day and avoid those late night snacks.
No more midnight snacks. Bummer.
Well, especially those heavy meals close to bedtime because they disrupt your digestion and can interfere with sleep.
Makes sense. And then are there any foods that are particularly good for our circadian rhythm?
Well, eating nutrient-dense foods throughout the day can definitely help support your circadian rhythm.
So things like leafy greens, fatty fish, whole grain.
Exactly, all those good-for-you foods.
Okay, so we're talking about working with our bodies, not against them.
Yeah, I like that. But what about, what if we've tried all of this and we're still struggling to sleep well? Are there other options?
Yeah, there are. You mentioned supplements earlier.
Yeah.
And there are certain supplements that can be really helpful for supporting your circadian rhythm.
Okay, like what, for example?
Well, melatonin is probably the most well-known one. Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's a natural hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. So taking a melatonin supplement can be especially helpful for things like jet lag shift work, or if you have delayed sleep phase syndrome.
So if you're having trouble falling asleep, melatonin can help get things back on track.
Exactly. But it's always important to talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, just to make sure it's right for you.
Of course, good advice. Are there any other supplements that might be helpful?
Magnesium is another good one. It's known for its calming effects, helps relax your muscles, and promote restful sleep. It also plays a role in melatonin production, so that's a bonus.
Magnesium, okay, I've heard that one too.
Yeah.
What about
There's also L-theanine.
L-theanine? What's that?
It's an amino acid that's actually found in green tea.
Oh, interesting.
And it promotes relaxation without making you drowsy. It can also help reduce stress, which we know is a big contributor to sleep problems.
Okay, L-theanine, got it. Anything else?
Those are some good ones to start with. I mean, there are others like vitamin D and adaptogens that can be helpful too, but again, always best to talk to your doctor first.
Yes, always good advice. So we've covered chronotypes, nutrition supplements, a whole lot of stuff. What if we've tried all of this, though, and we're still having trouble? Like, when is it time to see a doctor?
Yeah, that's a really good question because sometimes lifestyle changes alone aren't enough. So if you're dealing with like chronic sleep issues, excessive fatigue, or you think you might have a circadian rhythm disorder, definitely reach out to a healthcare professional.
So it's not about just toughing it out and hoping for the best.
Right. There are things they can do to help, like cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia or even light therapy.
Okay, that's good to know. So to wrap up, it seems like the main takeaway here is that our circadian rhythm is this really powerful force that impacts so much more than just our sleep. And the good news is there's actually a lot we can do to get it back on track.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Just start with small, consistent changes and work with your body, not against it.
I love that. Small, consistent changes, and if you're looking for a little extra help along the way, be sure to check out Cenario's range of supplements designed to support healthy sleep and mental well-being. They've got some great options to help you prioritize that good night's rest. So sweet dreams, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to the Cenario podcast. Don't forget to visit Cenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.